Hello, this is Scott with WebClock, and I'm excited to be the one to show you the updated time edit screen for version 9.0 of WebClock. This update will be promoted to all clients using the 9.0 version of our software very shortly, and this video is your chance to see it before the change happens. I will start as always by logging in as administrator, although these changes are also for any managers that are also editing shifts as well. So after selecting my employee, like using the quick lookup for the employee here, type any part of the name, it brings up the employees with that name. And then selecting the pay period, the first thing that you'll notice is that the screen looks a lot cleaner and a lot easier to read than our previous version of the software did. You'll see that all of your shortcuts up here for add shift record, current timesheet, hours and description, time off request, time off reports, alternate payment are still at the top of the screen. We've just made them far easier to read and to click on to be able to go to those things. Today I am going to be focusing on editing records, adding a lunch record to an existing shift, and creating a shift both with and without a lunch record. So to start with just editing a shift, you still click on the pencil like you did in the old version, but now instead of taking you away from this employee's information, it brings up this pop-up screen where you can make your edit. So if this employee really left at 7 instead of 7:30, you just change the time, put in your comment, there we go, and click Update. That closes the window and also performs a refresh of the screen to give you and show you the new time. And of course, it's now been marked as modified. To add a lunch to this record, you actually go to add a shift record, another pop-up comes up, and you change this to add a break shift. We know that this was for 11:05, and let's say that this person went to lunch at 12 p.m. and then also on 6/5, came back at 1 p.m. Now you do have two ways of changing time here. You can do it the way I am, typing in the box, or you can use this slider to change the time and then click Done, whichever one is better for you. Now, if the location, job costing, and job assignment are all okay, you simply put in your comment and hit Update, and now you'll see when the screen refreshes that the lunch has been added and the total hours of the shift have been modified. So that's editing a record and adding a lunch to an existing shift. Now, to add a shift completely, so I add a shift record. Now here, you can actually add on 6/6, and this employee clocked in at 7 a.m. They went to lunch at noon, let's say, had a break from noon to 12:30. So we want to put this back on 12, this to 30. And let's say they then clocked out at 6 p.m. That creates the entire shift, including the lunch record for you. And as you can see, it has now created the record, including the lunch, and they all show as added records. To create a shift without a lunch, and even an open shift, so that an employee could punch out, all you have to do is put in the actual start of shift A. I'm going to make this one for the 7th. And they started this shift at 8. Leave everything else blank. Put in your note or your comment. And that will create the record. And now the employee actually has the ability to punch out. Now, of course, we don't want to leave an open record in the middle of a shift or in the past. So I'm going to go ahead and just modify this to close it. I'm going to go ahead and select 6/7 again. And this person only worked until 3 p.m. with no lunch break. So it's that easy to correct. The only other thing that I haven't highlighted here is where the Add Holiday Record link went. If you click on Add Shift Record, this drop down right here actually has Add Holiday. This is where you can enter in the date for the holiday. So let's say 6/8 was a holiday for this company, and only for this employee it was special. They got like their birthday off or something. I can put in 6/8/18 and I can give 8 hours of holiday credit and I can hit update. And that adds the holiday record into here. All right, everybody, that is our total setup for the new time clock select and delete screen, the edit screen as we call it. If you have any questions, please do not hesitate to reach out to support at 1-888-549-5550, option 2 for support. Or, of course, you can always click on the help link and submit a support request form. This is the best way to reach out to support with any questions you might have, because it does also include your client ID and all of your information in the request so that we can better serve you. Again, this has been Scott with WebClock Support, and I look forward to talking to you again soon.